Hey guys, it's Zoe from Ignite here. Before we start today's video, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on the post notifications using the bell so that you know when we upload our next video. Today we'll be talking about form in Waiting for Godot. I hope you enjoy this resource. So there's four components which are worth discussing when talking about form in Waiting for Godot. The first is Beckett's use of Absurdist Theater. The second is his use of Postmodernism. The third is his use of motif and repetition. And the fourth is his use of humour. So first, let's look at his use of Absurdist Theater. So Absurdist Theater is a form of theatre which was conceptualised in the 1950s and early 1960s in relation to this kind of dramatic shift in terms of how we as humans understand art and culture and sort of the meta-narratives which had guided our existence previously after the advent of nuclear warfare and World War II. So the main component of Absurdist theatre is that it kind of overhauled everything that we knew about theatre as it was and tried to dramatically break with all past conventions. So I've got some visual exemplifications of some of the things which Beckett uses in his play to kind of encapsulate this use of Absurdist theatre. So one being the use of underdeveloped characters. So Beckett uses this in his stock characters of Vladimir, Estragon, Pozzo and Lucky, particularly in Vladimir and Estragon, where many scholars have argued that the two are interchangeable as they don't have distinguishing characteristics which allow them to kind of have a form of difference. So the use of ill-distinguished characters kind of shows that within this post-atomic society, there is no ability to distinguish between individuals, and we as humanity are more of a collective mass with no special characteristics where we're all inherently ordinary and aspiring to the same purposeless existence. So another feature of Absurdist theatre is the idea of plots as illogical. There's no progression from A to B as seen, and it's rather just a mismatch of sort of scenes which have maybe a coherent thread, maybe not, but that's inherently the intention, that it shows that life isn't sequential, there is no introduction, complication, resolution, but inherently we're just going in an aimless direction towards nothing, I suppose. Another idea within Beckett's play that uses absurdist ideas is the idea that there is no sort of coherence between time and space. And so that's kind of seen in the opening A Tree, a Country Road Evening, where there's no sense of place attached to the characters' interactions, and it's inherently a liminal time. So this is used to kind of show that we can't locate ourselves within space, within this post-atomic age, and that there is no inherent sort of history in a logical sense. It's kind of just the past is the past, the present is now, and the future has no inherent value as there's nothing to aspire to. So next, Beckett uses postmodernism and modernism in an effort to kind of question the collapse of truth and meta-narratives within this time. So as we've seen on the screen, he kind of uses the ideas, particularly within postmodernism, of breaking with past traditions and having no inherent sense of a logical plot or any overarching themes or, as I said, conclusion, resolution in his play. So it's kind of a hybrid use of genres in the sense of using absurdism but also using postmodernism more broadly, using philosophy in his dialogue. There's a fragmentation of truth and particularly unreliable narrators. The idea of an unreliable narrator is particularly relevant to the beginning of Act 2, where you see Vladimir and Estragon having sort of conflicting ideas about the events of the preceding day. And there is a valuing of language and thought over action and plot, which is very evident in the text as there's more emphasis on the philosophical meaning of the play and what this means for sort of the destruction of meta-narratives seen in religion and culture and art as we knew it, and trying to find these new narratives. So then we've got motifs and repetition, which are used kind of in a comic way, but also to reiterate a point within Beckett's text. So one being the motif of let's go, We can't, why not? We're waiting for Godot. And the whole idea of waiting for Godot is a motif throughout the play, and as it's the title, it is the main event of the play. And it kind of shows this idea of, as I've mentioned before, the futile, purposeless existence which the two characters aspire to, and this idea of an integral hope which continues their existence and informs meaning to their life. But this hope is never really fulfilled, as by the end of the play, Godot is still not coming today, but coming tomorrow, with no inherent, assurance that that will happen. So then we have the use of humour. So Beckett uses humour through the use of dark humour and satire, mostly throughout the play, because it both adds a sort of idea of comic relief to the play, but it also encapsulates and reiterates how dark the themes of the play essentially are. So the idea of, in Act 1, when Estragon asks, we could hang ourselves, and then Vladimir replies, well, it'd give us an erection, kind of encourages someone to laugh, but also at the same time encapsulates the bleak kind of, I suppose, sadistic way the characters look at the world. So through laughing, we as the audience are encouraged to reflect on our inherent value and meaning within life and what we aspire to. And it also kind of, as I said before, adds a comedic element, as the play is a tragic comedy in two parts, as Beckett describes. So it's inherently tragic, but it is also meant to entertain an audience. So that's it for form in Waiting for Godot. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications using the bell, so then you know when we upload our next video. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you do like the content, subscribe to our channel and we'll have more videos coming your way.
That's right guys, thanks for watching, and please make sure you check out our online resource database. We've had a team of state rank achievers and heads of English put these together for you, covering everything from essay structures and examples all the way through to craft of writing and comprehension skills. So check them out at ignitehse.com.au, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.